today I am at the Eco Experience. All right, folks, Turbine Guy here one more time, and today I got a special guest talking to me. I've got Kevin from Colite Technologies out of Columbia, South Carolina. These guys and I were kind of partners in getting the certification on the Hi-VAWT wind turbine. So what Colite did when they got involved with Hi-VAWT was they grabbed the ball and they ran with the Small Wind Certification Council certification and did, I don't know, what was it, a year and a half you spent?
Almost, yep.
Yep, you spent a year and a half working to get the certification done. Now the nice thing, the best thing is the Hi-VAWT is now the first certified vertical axis wind turbine, not only in the US, but in the world. And so we have something that we don't have to tell people how it works. We've got something that we can lay our hat on and say, these guys, this third party tells us. Why don't you tell us just a quick story about that process?
Well, it was somewhat easier because Hi-VAWT had already certified the turbines in several countries around the world. So they were done in ways that were recognized by the US certifying bodies and gave us a little bit of a leg up, but you still had to go through all the detail of the data that had been previously supplied. You had to answer, there was all kinds of questions that the certifying body had related to how the testing was done, the specific data, clarifying certain pieces of data. So the process went between us and the certifying body, and we did a lot of work back behind the scenes also with Hi-VAWT to get all those questions answered, but in the end, we prevailed. And it was an absolutely worthwhile effort, and it gives a lot more credibility to our technology in the United States.
Not only that, the government now believes in it, because now it qualifies for the 30% federal tax credit commercially, which it never did before. Well, it didn't after, I think it was 2014 or 13, when they changed the law and said turbines had to have a certification. So that's kind of when the process began. So from 2013 to 2019 was quite a while to work on something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now that we've got it certified, what do you see as the future for these?
Well, we're focused completely on distributed renewable energy systems. So there is a clear play for wind in that mix of technology. And because wind and solar are so complementary in their basically production cycles over the seasons of the year, it makes the combination of the two technologies quite attractive. However, you have to be in a place where the wind is blowing pretty strongly. And that hence brings us to Minnesota and the Minnesota State Fair, because this is a part of the country where the wind tends to blow quite fiercely during certain parts of the year and will produce enough energy to justify the cost of putting the technology in place. So clearly, you know, with the tax credits, with the benefits in high wind regions of the country, we think that this technology is going to continue to have a strong position in the mix of distributed renewable energy.
Now tell me a little bit about Colite Technology. What brought Colite Technology to get into this?
Well, Colite Technologies formed out of a company called Colite International. And Colite International has been around for more than 70 years, and they focused entirely on signage and branding for big US and global companies. Somewhere around 5-6 years ago, they started to get engaged in trying to apply renewable technology to powering signs in remote locations for their customers. And that led them to this wind turbine technology from Hi-VAWT out of Taiwan. Now, they're a sign company and they do branding, so they don't know much about power. And so that's where I came into the picture. I had 27 years of experience in the power industry. The guys who run Colite International are close personal friends of mine. And from the combination of the three of us, we chose to go aggressively into the renewable energy market with this technology and others, as well as energy efficiency improvements for commercial, industrial customers. And that led to a spin-off of Colite Technologies into a separate entity. And so far we're growing very nicely, partnering up with companies like Go Green Energy in Minnesota, partnering up with Windustry in the upper Midwest with a lot of impact and influence in small wind markets. So yes, we're really excited to be part of the market, and hey, only way is up.
And that's exactly what I think. All right, well, thanks for joining us, Kevin. I really appreciate the information today. And if anybody wants to, go to gogreenenergyonline.com or
ColiteTech.com,
and you can get more information.